Cari Bohm will pick up another kill.
I knew I was an athlete from the day I knew what the word athlete meant. I knew I was a queer athlete from the day everybody started to get their first crush in 4th and 5th grade. I knew that was part of my identity. It took me a long time to figure out exactly what that identity was, what that meant. When I first got to Illinois, I decided I didn't want anybody to know about my sexual orientation. I made assumptions in my head that these people would think I'm different and in a negative way. Looking back, being here, I can see how silly that sounds, because if I want my teammates to get to know me as Cari, that includes all of Cari, and all of Cari includes that I'm queer. I have been met with only support. The first time I came out to a teammate, I think I did it by accident. I think someone said a joke, and then I made a joke insinuating that I was queer, and people were like, oh. And I was like, oh shoot. And I was like, you know, this is the moment, like, am I accepted, am I not accepted? And when the moment passed, I was like, oh, there was no moment, it just happened. It was such a weight off my shoulder to know going into practice that I could talk about the date I went on last week, or I could talk about the new celebrity that I think is cute. And it was just talking. It wasn't a big statement. It was the same as if I'm listening to my teammates talk about their new relationship. I know that I can give all that I have to give on the court only if I show up with all who I am, authentically.
Feeling safe to be yourself in a program is super important, because if you don't feel safe to be yourself, how are you going to play good? How are you going to feel comfortable on the volleyball court?
As a program, just as a generality, we always talk about being authentic to yourself. What she's been able to do and just being able to express herself, I think has been fantastic. And we kind of joke, we call her TED Talk Cari, because she always has something important to say, and this is, you know, an important issue to her and all of us too, because it's authentically who she is, and we appreciate her for that.
Last June, I wrote an open letter during Pride Month about inclusivity in sports. I believe that sports are for everybody. Sports have shaped me into who I am today. They have made my life better in every single way. And to think that not everyone out there either has access to sports or feels safe in sports, like that's not a welcoming place for them, that just breaks my heart.
That was such an incredible testimony that she wrote. I was so proud of her that she was using her platform, the platform that volleyball has provided her, to advocate for herself and also everyone.
So a big reason I choose to speak out about things like this is that growing up in the volleyball community, I felt really underrepresented. I didn't have any community. For a long time, I thought I was the only one. I know that I have to speak up for the people that don't feel safe and welcome like I do.
We're going to have a player interview here with Cari Bohm. Sorry, introduce you. You introduce yourself. What's your name?
I don't think I ever told Coach Thomas about this, Chris, but it made me cry. It was the day after my birthday last year, and Chris is really into making little plastic lanyards. And he came up to me at practice one day and he said, Cari, it's your birthday, like I want to make you a lanyard. What color do you want? I was like, orange and blue. He goes, no, that's boring. What do you want? I go, maybe green. And he goes, what about rainbow? And I can't put into words what that meant.
The smallest gesture can go a long way, and for me that was a comfortable way to express, hey, I do see you and I know who you are. I'm grateful for who she is and who she's become and who she's going to be, and that was just a little way that I can express it to her as well.
I could cry talking about how much the sport means to me. And if I can do something to make volleyball a more welcome and inclusive space, then I gotta. For 12-year-old Cari, I gotta speak up.